Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Lukman Muzaki bin Sikiflis, and for this IDP subject, I'm the project manager of Group 6, and our firm's name is Kentetsu Engineering. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Our project title is Cadangan Membina dan Menyiapkan Pangsapuri di Atas Tanah Lot 3311, which is located at Daerah Pasir Putih, Kelantan. Okay, by referring to this slide, this is our real location taken from the Google Maps. So the MOE or Ministry of Education of Kelantan has proposed to build 5 units of 4 stories building which can accommodate 16 houses inside the building for their lecturer quarters. So our firm was appointed to provide structural and infrastructural design, project planning, and management of the project. Okay, the site location of the project is at Pasir Putih Town and it falls under the jurisdiction of Majlis Daerah Pasir Putih. We estimate the project will start on 1st January 2021 and finish on 1st December 2022. This is the layout plan of the site, which is in the circle 1, which is the matriculation college of Pasir Putih, Kelantan that covers 15,700 meters square. Next is the roof, ground, and first to third level plan. And lastly, the plan for the front, side, and construction view. All of the drawings I shown just now was prepared by the architect Setia Sendirian Berhad.
My name is Ahmad Shahizad bin Ahmad Shahid. I'm an Assistant Project Manager in this project. I would like to present structure design, which is simply supported beam. There are 11 steps in beam design. First, design life. We have assumed 15 years for this design and the exposure class SC2. The concrete strength is 30 Newton per meter squared. For the nominal cover, we have calculated using this formula and we get 35 mm. For the self of beam, we have assumed B times H 150 mm times 400 mm. For the area on beam, we get the 24.37 kN per meter. For the shear and moment force, DED equal to 42.65 kN and the ED 37.32 kN. For the flexural reinforcement, we get the compression reinforcement is not required and we have provide for H12, which is 452 mm squared. For the shear reinforcement, we get the shearing is required. So we calculate and we provide H8 150 center to center. For the deflection, we have checked that the deflection is okay, which is L over D is greater than the L over D actual. For the cracking, we have checked also for the bar spacing is 49 mm, lesser than the maximum allowable bar spacing, which is 179.126 mm. Last but not least, this is our detailing for the simply supported beam. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris bin Muhammad Johari as an civil engineer in this company. Today, I would like to present the infrastructure part, which is the water supply. Okay, for the firstly, we have to prepare the layout plan according to the water tapping point that will be prepared by the local authority, provide fire hydrant tank and domestic tank. From the layout plan, we have to design the domestic tank. Firstly, we have to know the average water demand from that we can be taken from the table 1. After that, after we can calculate from the total 80 unit, we have get 26,400 gallon per day. After that, we have to convert into liter per second. For the QP or the capacity, we have to multiply the average flow rate with the P factor 1.2 and we get 0.01669 of meter cube per second. After that, we have to consider the major and minor loss. For the major loss, we have to use Hazen-Williams equation using Hardy-Claus analysis. The length pipe we get from the layout plan, pipe coefficient constant, pipe diameter that we propose 0.2 meter. After using this formula, we get 3.92555 10 the power of -5 meter. For the minor loss, we neglect because the loss due to fitting and valve is small, so we neglect it. After that, we have to calculate the pressure head available at the tapping point, which is 60 meter. Proposed water level 40, depth of water 3, top water level. We add the bottom water level with the depth 3 meter and we get 43 meter. To get the pressure head in the inlet suction tank, use the formula pressure head at the tapping point minus the top level minus the major loss. So we get 70 meter which exceed the checking 7.5 meter which is passed. For the head loss, we also get the value 4.618 10 to the power of -7 which is doesn't exceed the checking 0.02 which is also passed. Okay, for the final part, which is the maximum and minimum velocity, using the formula V equal to capacity cubic divided by area, consider the diameter, we get 0.05309 meter per second. Even though our value doesn't meet the minimum requirement of 0.6 minimum velocity, we also can consider this value because the topography of the site of the tapping point which is higher at 60 meter. So the gravity flow will go into suction tank without consideration of 0.6 meter per second. Now, next for the case of fire hydrant, it is the same. Just change the average flow rate for the one volume of the fire hydrant tank. And for the maximum minimum velocity, we also get 0.646 meter per second. And this succeed the checking, which is more than 0.6 and low than 2 meter per second. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Shahid bin Zaini, the Assistant Project Manager for this project. I am going to present about the project management. The table shows our cost estimation and work progress. Basically, we estimate our project duration is 2-year period. We start our project on 1st January 2021. For the first year, only preliminaries, piling, and building works involved. Only on the second year, we work on the retaining wall, sewerage, water supply, and drainage. And finally, on the last 4 months, we start to proceed with the road works. The total estimation of this project is 4.31 million ringgit. Building work consumed 78% of the project cost, which is 3.36 million, while water supply work consumes the least among the others, which is 35,456 ringgit. Graphs show the S-curve for cumulative progress and cumulative cost versus project duration.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Imran bin Abi Rashid. I am the project manager for this project. Finally, the goal of this design project has been met during the semester. As a result, we access the complex design utilizing both manual calculation and ST software while working on this project. As is well known, the project will be successful if the building meets 3 major criteria: safety, durability, and cost effectiveness. Due to time restriction, all the critical structure has been calculated for this project as the accessory height load or moment. For example, the simply supported beam that we have shown. We can apply the critical structure design to similar surrounding structure on the same floor because it can cater the small load and moment. Earthwork, road and drainage, sewerage, and water supply are the 4 major components of infrastructure. All the infrastructure chosen is from the local authority so that we can adhere to the standard that has been established. Okay, we have summarized the overall project management into 3 parts of cost. The project cost of such a building with the value of 3,500,000 and the infrastructure 5,400,000, site clearance and earthwork with the estimation of 230,000. The total cost for the project is 4,300,000. The project construction duration estimated to finish in 2 years. Calculate that the start of the project is 1st January 2021 and will finish on 1st December 2022. That is all from us. Thank you.